Hello, Vlogosphere. I wanted to share some poetry, and this is something that I wrote a couple days ago, and I just put the finishing touches on it today. And it's not a simple read. It's actually a fairly complex, kind of deep, heady kind of thing. And I don't know how many people on this site on Vloggerheads are interested in poetry, but it would be fun to put a poetry group together, and I occasionally get time to do stuff like this, and I find it very helpful, you know, for my concentration. Is that a good word? I love words. I love playing with words, and so that's something I like to do. And so, if you're interested in poetry, here's one. It's actually 3 parts. It's called Cold, Theomachy, and Insurrection. Cold, Theomachy, and Insurrection. And Theomachy, the Theomachy and Insurrection are the only 2 big words in the poem, and I just thought that they were the best words to kind of describe the overall meaning of it. And in case you don't know, a Theomachy is a war against God, and an insurrection is sort of an armed uprising. But the use of the word theomachy, you know, at least from my perspective, this isn't referring necessarily to the Judeo-Christian God, but more of God as sort of nature, or God as the ever-present, continuous, creative thing that brings about our existence, maybe. But anyway, as a thing, you know, you could war against potentially. But anyway, this is the poem. I hope you like it, and I'm not really interested in in too many inquiries as to what it's about. But if you're interested in sharing poetry, this might be a really cool medium to do it in. So go ahead and read this. By the time you get this rhyme, it may be too late. If what was or was not done decided your fate. The soul, it seems, like the bird, migrates in mass. Wind comes the cold, it ravages, dreams to the last. Forfeiture of heaven's gifts, unknowns who have passed. Now warriors from above make time pry your grasp. Seals you broke, intruding on vital work you cast. Delusional, that arrogance would govern at last. Truth it sees, the source of will, conquering might. Missing dawns the consequence of greed and of fright. When untold stories left in ruins, begging for right, come in mass, they shatter earth, releasing the light. The heavens quake across the years, eons in height, as souls awake to warm again what froze in the fight. To say after, not before, the coldest blow of all, when locked away insanity rules in darkness of the fall. Now would the change their minds afford to find a brighter Lord, when clear calls such deaf ears warn all and who hears. Tolls of lies, ignorance, cost unrevealed, lost in battle and in war, well concealed. So I hope you like that. I'm not going to comment too much on what it's about, but it's not something that that I would say is necessarily a particular political statement. I mean, you could read all kinds of stuff into it, but it's not a particular political statement. It's more of a description of what's going on, rather than you know, it's just kind of like I call them as I see them, and so that's really what it's about. And it would be interesting to get some poetry. I don't know if there's other people who have poetry already. If you want to attach poems to this video, you know, feel free to do that. Thanks.